Hey y'all, it's your girl Marisa Star One, and we are here with a live. Hello, hello, how good to see you all. Let's get into the comments. Is that 4Z Edwards and Edwards? Hi, hey Virgo doll. Look at early gang. Miss Lewis, lip gloss with kisses. Miss Bless, Silky Slim, Butterfly Antics. Hey Pandora Boo. Hi Brown Baby Doll. Hey Trademark. Hey Beth. Hi Tasha. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Vogan Poetry? Hello. Desiree, Tavara. Yes, happy Friday, everybody. Danae, Nunu, Nene, Two Baby with Love, Miranda, Colette, India, Lana, Gabrielle, Miss Unique, Candy C. Hey, Shireen. Yes, hit the like button on your way in, and thank you all for rocking with your girl. I am here, and I am on time. Hello. Can we get a hand clap for me being on time? Is that Aid Hernandez? Hi. Beautiful, sunny California. Golden Girly. What's up, y'all? So I just wanted to, come and breeze over 2 out of the 3 mommies. We kind of talked about Jasmine. I mean, it's very hard for me to watch Jasmine's content and react on every single thing that she does because she is almost too damn consistent, and I don't have time to be watching her every day. I cannot absorb her energy into my spirit every 24 hours. I can't commit to it, but God bless those who can, honey. I just cannot. Okay, so sorry if I don't do too many reactions on Jasmine. It's pretty much the same thing all of the time. So just watch my old reactions and apply that to the next reaction until I get another one, okay? Because I just can't do her. I just can't do her every day. Naruto. Oh, Alaska's in the building, y'all. Hey, my sis Hairbug. Hey, Kayla. Yes, please hit the like button. Hit the like button for Freaky Friday live. Okay. Where should we begin? Begin at the beginning? Okay, we can do that. So, as y'all see in the title, we're going to talk about StrongMommyChrissy and everything that's going to be said. It's a rumor. They call it a rumor with no regard, honey. Just pure YouTube, internet gossip. I don't know nothing, child. I'm not in Texas. Me and Chrissy ain't friends. I ain't never spoke to the child, so I don't know. It's purely speculation and gossip. Take it with a grain of salt because your girl Marisa Star One, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay? Are we clear? Okay. So y'all see what time it is? It's our quarterly moving time. Word on the curb is sometime here shortly, our girl StrongMommyChrissy will be reporting live from another location, honey. It is time to skedaddle yet again. So I'm under the impression that Miss Sis will be making a state hopping move. Okay. So it's time to pack up the too small car. It's time to stack them kids up, baby. Load up whatever little furniture we can fit. Maybe we'll get a pod. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll wait 6 months to get the pod delivered. Maybe we won't. I mean, you know how it goes over here on StrongMommyChrissy Lane, honey. There's no telling. There's no telling. We might throw it all away, leave it in the dumpster so people can see it, and then, buy all new shit with the cash apps. You know how it go. Yeah, no back to school pictures. Oh, I don't believe them kids are going to school in Texas, honey. That's my belief. Like I said, I don't know, Chrissy. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. But I do think, Chrissy, I told y'all back in the Gap, and we're going to get into it. Back in the Gap on the Baby Daddy World Tour, I was under the impression that our good girlfriend, StrongMommyChrissy, was out there scouting for some housing. But it's some little whisperings in the mist that your girl is ready to make yet another move. Now, everybody up here was so confused when Chrissy came up here with her DV story, because it's been 6-7 months. And Sis said, oh, no, I'm not a victim. It won't no DV. Nothing like that was happening. He never put his hands on me. He's been good to me and my kids. And blase squaze. But here in the past few weeks, suddenly there has been a change of horts. In her hort of horts, now Chrissy feels as if she's a victim. So I sat back and said to myself, self, why is it that somebody might change their pace so much as it pertains to such a serious issue? And then myself said, self, sometimes there are benefits to being a victim, and I don't think Sis was aware of that. So if y'all don't know, in the state of Texas, if you are a DV victim, there are a lot of actual benefits to that. As far as your housing, we know Chrissy is getting evicted. David wants her out of that house. And that was before she came out and said, hi, I'm a victim. And then we know that she filed for an abatement. So, Sis, did you change so drastically so you could benefit from being a DV victim? Because you were pretty clear. You were pretty, you really put your foot down. Your little foot, your little hoof. You put your little hoof down, and you were very offended that people would even insinuate that you were a victim at the hands of the man that you were dealing with. Even insinuate. You were disgusted. You was mad, girl. You was mad. You was in reaction chats, honey. You came, I'm not a victim. You was in the chat. You came on live. You went on tour, child, social media tour, talking to different reactors and saying your little piece. And no, it's nothing like that. There's no DV and blah, blah, blah. But suddenly, now that it's time to leave David's house, Sis is the victim. Now, I tend to think and overthink and then think about it some more. So maybe I'm tripping. But it sounds like maybe the court or somebody made her aware of the different programs, or somebody in Texas who is more familiar made her aware of the different financial help. I said financial. Hey, I said money. Now we talk about Chrissy here. Oh, did somebody say ching ching? Yes, somebody mentioned that maybe she wouldn't have to pay her rent if she could prove she was a DV victim. So now all of a sudden we went from, oh, y'all stay out of my business, to, oh, I called the cops on Rod and I just wanted y'all to know. I've just been through so much with this man I didn't even realize. Sis put on an Oscar-worthy performance. And it's like, girl, how did you change so drastically about the same situation in the same man like that? Chrissy became aware of some of the benefits and perks that she could utilize to improve her situation. Now, like I said, I don't know, Chrissy, this is just a rumor with no regard. This is pure internet gossip, honey. I ain't there. Like, I don't know. But it makes sense to me. Okay? Now, y'all tell me if that makes sense to y'all, because y'all know we walked through the whole situation together since January. Like, oh, wow, something happened between Chrissy and the man. Geez, we hope she's okay. And the people, oh no, Chrissy didn't get beat up. Chrissy said she's not a victim. Chrissy said he didn't put the hands on. Oh, okay. But now fast forward to July and August, all of a sudden we ready to tell our story. Now, mind y'all, just in May, either in May or June, she just did the breakup story. And she doubled down on the fact that she was not a victim. That man treated her and her kids with kindness and respect, the utmost respect. That she still loved them, and it was some other unrelated stuff. But now all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I've been in a depression. It's been so much on me. And all of a sudden she's so forthcoming with being a victim. Oh, I just wanted y'all to know I had to call the cops on Roderick. He came to my house and he was irate, honey. And me and my kids, we deserve peace. Since when? Since David said get out his house, and since you found out that you could benefit from being a DV victim. It's the audacity for me. What Chrissy always said, the audacity of a bitch. So yes, it is time to back up the U-Haul, honey. It is time to get things moving over there, because regardless of all that, you still got to get out of that man's house. That's neither here nor there, girl. It's about time to make that move. Okay? So we're going to make the move. My bad. Yeah, so we're going to move on to the U-Haul, because y'all know, well, Chrissy ain't got that much furniture this time, because I think when Chrissy moved into the house, she didn't have any intentions on really staying. If we can get into how the house has been, and they've been there since what, March, April-ish. Why do you only got like 2 pieces of furniture in each room with all them kids, girl? Why is that? Can we get into that? Because I'm trying to figure some things out. Why, Miss Mamas? Sis, she hasn't really invested into having too much stuff in this house.
How long has your teenager been an asshole?
So we got a bed.
How long has your teenager been an asshole?
A bed and a chair or a dresser per room. That's it. That's it. Even when she showed the other kids' rooms, it was a bed and a dresser per room, and her little tables. She got more stuff in her bedroom than any other room, but that's about it, honey. So why is that? I don't think Chrissy ever had any intentions on staying in the house. She threw everything away from the old house, but I think the decision was made, like, I'm gonna do what I got to do to get in here, but I don't plan on continuing to pay this high ass rent out here. She's been sending little innuendos like life is about change, and I hope you all understand that that's not the first or the last time you're gonna see me move, and all of this. Cash apps for a vacation, and them children ain't went and did nothing that they couldn't have done on the block in Texas where they were already at. Okay? Let me get into some of these comments. They were shaking the family tree trying to find a relative to blame. Honey, no, that had to have been Rod's baby's daddy's third cousin, twice removed ex-girlfriend that he got into it with. And they just charged it that way, honey. No, he choke slammed the neighbor's dog. It couldn't have been Chrissy. Chrissy says she's not a victim. Blah, blah, freaking blah. Okay. Yeah, got more LED lights than furniture. You got all these kids, girl, and you a bed and a dresser. And I don't even think she got a bed per child, because when she showed that other video of her making sure all the kids were where they needed to be, I couldn't count enough beds for all them kids. So I was quite confused. Yes, at this point, she's doing anything to stay for the free. And that is Chrissy's way. Y'all might not remember this, but when Chrissy first started on YouTube, she used to go to churches and get free diapers and formula and all types of charity and stuff. And it's like, girl, Section 8, food stamps, Medicaid, the whole 9 yards. But this is the same person who got offended because a healthcare professional suggested that she get her tubes tied. Like, really? Really? It's given very much vagabond in a lace wig. And I'm going to need you to do better. Don't say you want the best in the world and the earth, the moon, and the stars for your children where you're not even showing them better. You're showing them do the bare minimum and everybody else will supply. What y'all say? Jasmine said no, it was Chris. The peasants. The peasants will supply your needs, honey. You ain't got to do too much. Just have kids come up here, jig around a little bit, and the peasants will supply your needs. Absolutely not, ma'am. I think she can go back now. I think she will be pretty safe. Ain't no telling what part she's going back to, but that is my thought process. She came up here and made it seem like she was taking her daughter and her kids on a special trip, only for us to find out she was going to Colorado. The only thing she really did was take them kids to that damn splash pad water park when it was too chilly for them to even be out there, and to go eat some ramen noodles and go to the park and meet up with her estranged husband, quote unquote baby daddy. Girl, you sent up here and wrangled up cash apps just so you could go talk to your baby daddies. Oh, I just want to have a better co-parenting relationship with my baby daddies. Oh, so now that you remember that you can't never pay your bills and rent, and now that you're not with Rod no more, all of a sudden you want to mend fences with all the baby daddies. Because you ready to move your ass back out there. You don't want no bad blood. You don't want no ass whoopings. So it's been some whisperings that Chrissy been trying to pick a fight with the kid's stepmama, the Mexican witch. Hey, girl. I kind of like her. She's quite feisty. I like it. And she don't give a damn about appearances and all that. No, she's coming with the wit and the grit. And I like that, y'all. I like that. I prefer brains over beauty. If you can have both, that's awesome. But you know, we're not all afforded that luxury, honey. So if I had to pick, I'm going to take the brains because, you know, I'll pile up some makeup, some hair. You know how the people do, and pretty it up if need be. But I need the brains because everybody obviously cannot have the brains. It's a lot of people up here just not too smart. Not too smart. You got people with these platforms like Chrissy, over what she got, almost 150,000 subscribers, and still can't pay her bills. Still can't maintain stable housing. It's a whole bunch of still broke, still scamming, still being evicted, still moving. It's too many stills for me, girl. Too much stills. Okay? Like how you have this platform but don't have the brains to maximize it to do what you need to do and staying at home. At the bare minimum, staying at home. I'd rather be in a home with no furniture, no wigs, like even no car, because you can get past the car thing these days. But at the bare minimum, your children need a home. Why are we not clear on that? A stable home. Oh, to afford my kids the lifestyle. Let me pull up the video. A whole bunch of nonsense, girl. Talking a whole bunch of nothingness. A whole bunch of nothingness. Every excuse in the book to where it's why your kids can't maintain stable housing, except for you are financially irresponsible. That's the only thing you did not say is, hey, y'all, look, I'm financially irresponsible. What y'all want me to do? It ain't gonna get no better. This is what it is. I would prefer you just come up here and say that. So let's get into this video clip real quick. It was towards the end of her DV tale, I'm assuming. And I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm gonna read these comments. Give me a minute.
Right size for us, that's in the right price point for, defending him or whatever. I don't do that. I don't make excuses for grown men. I don't have to, and I would never put my any of my romantic relationships before my children at all. I know there's a lot of people online who try their damnedest to make it seem like I'm D crazy and all I care about is men and I don't care about my kids. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. That's it. I think that's all I really wanted to address with that situation. As far as everything else, it's really none of you guys' business. And I'm not going to talk about it. But let's just say everything I do is for a reason.
Now, notes. Nothing is ever your damn business until it comes time to beg for cash outs. Now, all of a sudden, oh, Rod came to my home and I was terrified and I just want peace for me and my children.
People always have a concern with me moving and they think that that's very unstable. But you guys, I have 9 children. And I want to afford them the best life possible that I can. And that I can.
Chrissy, what in your childhood or early adult years made you think that any child will want to keep having to move several times a year or even every year? Who told you that was a better life? What about that would make a life better? And who wants to keep moving states? Did y'all take a vote? Because you got enough kids to where you could have a little democratic system over there. Did y'all take a vote? If you would like to leave all your friends and your class and your school and your educational standards and your extracurriculars and your neighbors and everything you know and love, please raise your hand. How many of your kids raise their hands, sis?
Comfortably afford. So, sometimes that might mean we have to move to a different location to get a house that's the right size for us, that's in the right price point for me. Until I purchase a home, I'm going to probably move yearly. And I try my best to stay in the same area if I can.
Girl, you've been moving several times a year, honey. You are on your 3rd move within the past 12 months. Talk about some yearly.
Like, say, for instance, Houston. When I was living in Houston, I lived in my house for a year. My lease was going up for renewal. And I had talked to the owners about renewing for another year, and I was about to. And then they came to me like last minute, literally the month that my lease was supposed to be up, and told me that they were going to sell. They were going to sell a house because they had another house down by the beach that was an Airbnb that made more money. So
I don't know how many of y'all own properties, are landlords or no landlords personally on like a personal level to where y'all can just have conversations. But when you have an unsavory tenant or a landlord has an unsavory tenant and you try to stay out of trouble, try to avoid, because certain states are very tenant friendly. You don't ever want to say or do anything that would lead a tenant to believe that you're like trying to impede or violate their little rights or whatever. So a lot of the times the people will be like, oh yeah, we just decided to sell because we just can't handle the property or we just want to do X, Y, and Z. Whole time they just don't want to rent to your ass no more.
They were gonna let this house go. And I was like, oh, okay, great. I wasn't in the market to buy. I wasn't able to buy it, and I didn't want to buy that house anyway. So I was like, all right. So literally, it was hard for me to find a place in Houston at the time because it felt like everybody was moving. It was super competitive. 5 bedrooms were scarce, and the ones that were that I was able to, that I did see that I liked, or like somebody would get it before me or something like that. So it was crazy. So I started looking outside and out.
Yes, honey. Like, look, the house we found out is on a sinkhole, honey, and they estimate in the next 90 days it's just gonna fall to the Earth's stratosphere. So unfortunately, like, we're gonna give you 60 days to find somewhere else to stay. Okay? Sorry for the inconvenience.
Outer areas, outer cities, because one thing about me, I'm not about to be homeless. Okay, so especially with my kids. So I was looking at outer cities because I was desperate. I had to, it was either that or let myself be without a house. And I got my house in Austin, and I applied, just started applying for everything. My landlord in Austin called me back, and he was like, "Yep, it'll work. It's a 5-bedroom, whatever." And I was like, "Okay, great." So that's how I got that house. I don't just wake up one morning and be like, I think I'd like to uproot my kids and move because it's just convenient. It's just something I'd like to do with my life. My life is not like that. Now, another thing that I want to stress to you guys is that when I lived in Colorado, I lived there all of my life, all of my adult life up until 4 years ago. 4 years ago was the first time I moved out of Colorado with all of my kids, and like just left. So I'm not really one of those types of people who normally moves from state to state or city to city. I don't usually do that. But at the time,
girl, you in your early 30s and you have been from Colorado to Vegas, from Vegas to Texas, and now you're on your way elsewhere. So I'm under the impression that you're going back to Colorado, girl. But like I said, I don't know, Chrissy. I've never had a conversation with Chrissy, so I don't know. This is just what my heart was telling me on that little rinky-dink cash app money grab vacation, quote unquote. But we know that Chrissy, within the next 60 days or so, is going to be moving somewhere. So you have lived in 3 states in the past 3 years. Is that not a lot to the average person, especially somebody with kids? It's one thing if you single and you just like, look, I want to try this, see where I like it best, blah, blah, blah. This is not your situation, girl. You really lost that level of freedom to experiment and do what you want to do. That was back. I don't think you ever had it because once you became an adult, you started having children and you have not stopped since. Okay. Hey, my 2 cents. Y'all go check out my sis, my 2 cents. She put out an excellent video yesterday. I loved it. I forgot to comment, but I will do.
And living in Colorado didn't financially make any sense anymore because the cost of living had gotten way too high for me to afford my kids the life that I want to give. So no, I'm not rich. And I can't go get a mansion, but I can afford my kids a nice lifestyle. And I was talking.
You're confusing me. If you can afford your children a nice lifestyle, why are you always getting put out or moving? That's the whole thing. What is the nice lifestyle? What is the definition? You mean it looks nice? It doesn't matter that you can't afford it. It doesn't matter that it's not sustainable for your income level and all them kids you got. It's just, it looks nice. So even if I can live somewhere that looks nice for 3 months, I am happy. Is that what you're saying? Because that don't make any logical, reasonable sense. None whatsoever, girl.
To, and I just have to do that the best way I know how. And I understand not everybody's life is like that. Some of you guys have lived in the same house your entire life until you went to college or got married or left the nest and only moved twice your entire life, and that's great for you.
Child, she cannot go to Florida. You know that's where the Floridian Strangler is from. She is not welcome in Florida. She didn't call the cops on that damn man. He liable to put a hit out on her. No, she got to come to Colorado, and y'all better welcome her with open arms.
And that's just, you have to just be open-minded to other people's lifestyles. There's people who have whole families that live in RVs and shit now. I mean, it's a new day. People do things differently. It doesn't make them bad parents. Doesn't make me a bad mother. Doesn't mean that I'm not caring about my kids or their friendships and things like that. But what I'm not going to do is pick my kids' friendships as much as I do appreciate their bonds that they do make with their friends. I'm not going to pick their friends over having a comfortable lifestyle or a house or a place to live. I'm not going to.
Notice she says lifestyle a lot. Lifestyle, not stability, not structure, lifestyle. What do most people mean when they say lifestyle? Usually they're talking about the way things appear, the way they look, wanting to live at a certain standard. That's the lifestyle. Chrissy, your lifestyle is not conducive to your children's well being. What part of that, like, where is the math not mathing for you, girl? I would like to assist. Me and my chat, my people, we would like to assist. How can we help you help yourself? And don't say cash apps, because bitch, no.
Be struggling because my kids' friends don't want them to move. They don't want to leave their friends. Do you understand? So that's basically just my reasoning for when I do move. No, but I do get it. I do understand, and I do want to stay in a place for longer than a year. Even when I might sell it, rent it, whatever, and go find something else that I like. You never know. But until I purchase a home, I'm probably gonna be moving. So you guys just be open minded about it, And I will tell you something that one of my subscribers told me the other day that kind of opened my eyes to a lot of different things too. And like I told you guys, if you guys hit me up, I don't get a chance to get to everybody all the time, but that day I had time
and she gets to talking about people living in the ghetto and how they had wished they would have moved a bunch of times. Girl, who told you that? Who told you that?
and I'm happy. I'm actually happy. I love where I'm at in life, and I feel like I'm finally.
Do y'all see? Do y'all see? And then what? 3 weeks later, she gets up here and tells us that she's been depressed, and she didn't realize all the turmoil that Rod caused her during their relationship. Chrissy, it just be the lies for me. I'm sorry, it just be the damn lies. But let's get into this little blast from the recent past where I gave, y'all know I be in my Miss Cleo bag sometime, honey. I like to come up here and give my little predictions like I'm somebody. You feel me? But let's get into my little predictions real quick. Try to make it seem like you was taking your kids on some grand trip that required you to be doing all this hustling and getting all these cash apps and promos, and she's still pushing the promos hard body. Yeah, call me Miss Cleo, or just call me somebody who pays attention to patterns. This chick about to move. This damn splish splash ass everyday ass water park that she done took them kids to. It costs $3 and some change to get each one of them kids in that water park. Sis, you from Colorado. You took your kids on vacation to Colorado for what reason? So you can meet up with DeMarcus? Was you trying to get your family back? Like, I'm confused. This is not a vacation for the kids, girl. This is something that you set up to come to us with the bullshit. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to them smoke and mirrors, oh, I'm about my kids and I'm going to focus on my kids. Then all of a sudden we see you pop up in a picture with DeMarcus. And then what did she post on IG yesterday? Staying focused is a skill I'm learning continuously. My biggest flex, sorry, y'all, this font small. My biggest flex these days is waking up to my beautiful babies daily and cultivating better relationships with my baby daddies so we can co-parent better together. Interesting choice of words, Christina. Yeah, this chick is on the move, child. She probably got some trouble going on, about to get put out of the damn place that she just moved to, honey. Next thing we know, we'll be going on another house tour. Like, girl, because you didn't need that money for them kids to go on that little raggedy ass $3 vacation and to feed them. You feed your kids every day. That's nothing new. So where's the grand vacation? Where is the rest of this? What special did y'all do? Going to the arcade and going to a splish splash wading pool water park? that's not a vacation. Going to Colorado, and then when you be taking these kids places, why you never check the weather, girl? Every single time we see you, the 3 times we seen you take your kids out the house, it's always chilly. You got your kid talking about she don't want to get in the pool because it's cold. What? That's how I know it don't be about the kids. It be about showboating and putting on, sis. But let's get into the times that she been trying to force a vibe, trying to make it seem like it was about the kids, and then not long thereafter, here come another scandal, child. Ooh, girl, you was crafty. You was a slick one, girl. So this is the first time they ever went to a beach. Cold. So, that was my little Miss Cleo moment. That was June the 11th, child. June the 11th. And what happens after that? It's evictions and DV and abatements and just all types of crazy stuff. All types of crazy stuff. See, I don't enjoy being Miss Cleo, Chrissy. I don't know why you be mad at me. It's no fun to be Miss Cleo, girl. Because I don't like seeing your future. You just make it so easy. I'm that bitch. Hey, I'm that bitch. Hey, I'm that bitch. Cash at me. Cash at me. Give me money. Give me money. I gotta move. Give me money so I can take care of my children. Hey, hey, hey. Girl, that's the only time you grace us. My presence is a present face ass. Look at the title, child. Goddamn cash out. What other time do Chrissy, either she coming up here to argue with somebody, debunk some bullshit, pull a spin move, or beg, or all of the above at the same goddamn time? Lord have mercy. But as far as the actual money-making content, where she be at? Where she be at? Where is the content? Nobody's watching them goddamn wig videos, Christina. We are fed up. We the viewers, we fed up and we tired, girl. So, in a nutshell, Christina is on the move. Now, whether it's an interstate move or an intercity move or an interregional move, she on the goddamn move. So, y'all vote now. Will Chrissy be going back to Colorado? Do y'all think she'll just be moving within the states? Or what do y'all think? I need to know. I'm saying Colorado. Because that little baby daddy world tour, no ma'am. It was all a lie, Chrissy. It was all a lie. You have them people sending you money for what? Paying for promos for what, girl? Yeah, she don't put out content. The only time that she come on the YouTube streets is when she's begging for money and cash apps, and these minions fall for it every time. Hook, line, and sinker, child. Hook, line, and sinker. Chrissy was sauced up on that birthday, though. She started sweating and saying all types of stuff. She was over there looking like Roderick. The people are saying Colorado. What y'all think? Come on, let's vote now before we wrap up Strong Mommy Chrissy. Everybody think Colorado? Because remember, Chrissy said she wanted to keep her kids in the same school zone from here on out. The people said Colorado. Or would she be moving within Austin? But she did say she was going to keep her kids in the same school zone. But what we do know is sis will be backing that thing up. And I ain't talking about that thing, honey. I ain't talking about that thing that she liked to back up, how she got all them kids. No. This thing. Y'all think she taking ride back? Oh, Lord. Not if she done took them people money saying she was a DV victim. She better not. They might lock her ass up or take her kids. She keep on playing. Don't play about a man whooping your ass and you keep on letting him back over there when you got all these kids. You a fool. You a plumb fool if you do that. Now, that's with all seriousness. So can we talk about, like, how do we genuinely feel about the fact that she just don't care about the stability of the children? How do we genuinely feel about that? Because we get on Olivia's ass about how she makes decisions for her kids that don't make sense and what she end up losing hers. We get on Jasmine ass about her interactions with her kids. But how do we genuinely feel about Chrissy not prioritizing her children when she's making these choices? And that's the whole reason she said she was moving in the first place, is that she said Colorado was so expensive. I think she's moved to a small city in Georgia. The cost of living is cheaper there, and she can go to Atlanta when she feels like a hot girl. Who gonna watch them kids, Joe? Who? Yes, y'all, hit the thumbs up. Please hit the like button for your girl. Crappy mother? Huh. Does that make you a crappy mother? Because Chrissy is under the impression that that does not make you a bad parent. I don't think Chrissy wants a support system. I don't think Chrissy likes having people around that will hold her accountable for her decision making. I think that's the main reason she does not have a dedicated support system. Because really, she's not the one that needs the system. Her kids need the system, but it seems like she makes every effort to alienate these kids from their families and stuff. What will make you, if most of your baby daddies are in Colorado, what will make you move? That makes no sense. Two Baby with Love says, it honestly makes me angry because I've lived that life. Childhood friends, what's that? High school prom and memories, didn't get them. What she's doing to her children is not right. You hear that, Chrissy? It is a lot of people who come in the chat or in the comments or just hit me up in private saying their background and how they had an unstable parent or even some military families. Because even though it's work related, even though it's patriotic, if you want to call it that, related, it still impacts the children because they didn't choose that. And you want your children to be able to develop healthy attachments. No, mama gone, honey. Mama got to have a life too. I think Chrissy left her mom back in Houston, if I'm not mistaken. I think she had moved all the way out to Texas. And then Chrissy ended up shacking up with Rodchild. And y'all know when these women get men, all of a sudden they mama irrelevant. I think Olivia will at least keep her mama out on the couch. But Jasmine and Chrissy, oh no, mama's getting to the goddamn curb. I've noticed that too. I have noticed that too. I won't speak on it because I don't know what he got going on or if that's being addressed or not, but I don't think Chrissy really thinks things through. And that's why she always ends up here with egg on her face. Like, girl, you really got to plan and think and execute things properly. In order to really make a successful move, you probably should plan for a year before you actually like take that leap. You need to study the economy, school systems, best localities, the price of living. It's a bunch of stuff that you really need to think about. Think it. Cadence will watch him as usual. That's probably why she called the girl asshole. And I'm sure she did. Yeah, I noticed when Cadence asked to go do something, she was like, "Oh, you can go for 30 minutes." What you mean? It's about to be dark outside. And it's earlier there than what it is here. And I'm like, girl, just barely. Just barely. You mean to tell me she can be a second mom to your kids, but she can't go hang out with her friends? That's sad. Well, we'll watch, we'll see, and we'll update as need be. Okay? So now let's talk about Olivia. Our problem child. Well, really, they all the problem children, but that Olivia, she's my wild child over there. I don't know what to do with her. So y'all know sis is in school, honey. So she's really feeling herself. She done walked on a treadmill for 2 days out of 7, and she is in her bag, honey. And y'all can't tell her shit. So don't try to. Period.
Protein shakes. I'm not really into eating protein shakes. I feel like protein shakes. Why? I choose to keep shit to myself. You understand? It's not because I'm trying to be secretive. It's not because whatever the fuck people think or want to think about it. This is my life. My life. I could do whatever I want, move, shake. I could do whatever I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, and ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing about nothing. You feel me? Okay. So if I want to keep something to myself out of respect, I don't understand why people don't respect that. It's okay to dox certain people on this platform, but other people, I don't think it's okay to dox anybody. Doxing is not okay. Okay. It's really, really not okay. And it's really the devil's game. It's really some shit that y'all weirdos on this internet get into. It's okay. It is what it is. Like I always tell y'all, and I'm gonna keep telling y'all, ain't nobody stopping shit over here. You're not stopping that damn thing over here.
Period.
The only people that can stop anything is myself. That's the only person that can stop this train from moving is me. Okay. So yesterday, I guess people thought they found the school that I'm in. They wanted to post it everywhere. It was kind of like a ha-ha moment. Like, ha-ha, girl, we got you. We found out what school you go to. Let's post it everywhere. And obviously, whether you think you found out or you didn't find whatever the hell you think you did, that's my business. That's my business. Why does it even matter? Why does it even matter? Why y'all so pressed? And I'm not talking to my loyalty.
Girl, you know people were going to say what they were going to say. Once you said you were in school, you knew the people. Like, if you're going to wear the shirt, the little regale or whatever y'all have going on. I guess they got a uniform shirt. Girl, you already knew what it was giving. Y'all already be knowing what it's giving. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think anybody's coming to bother you, girl. The people just want to gossip and talk about you. I didn't catch what the school was or none of any of that. But yeah, Olivia is in school, y'all. Now, how long she gonna be in there, I don't know. But like I said, kudos to the girl for even initiating the process. I just hope you follow through, child, because it seemed like you were lost. For the past couple years, you have been completely and totally lost, child.
Gang, I'm not talking to the people who support me. I'm talking to the people who ain't got shit to do. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. Y'all ain't got shit to do but come on this internet and try to harass and stalk and be little weirdos. It's giving, I'm still that bitch. And I'm not trying to be cocky, but I'm obviously still that bitch, okay? It is what it is. Like I said yesterday, I felt some type of way about it. I was like, damn, invasion of privacy. Why y'all trying to be in my business? I be trying to share a little bit with the internet. I share a little bit. I give y'all an inch, they take a mile. You feel me? And it's not for anything other than to be like, ha ha, bitch, we got you. I'm not stupid. You know, I'm not dumb. I know what y'all are doing. I just think it's very wrong. And I'm not mad. You know, I had some time to think about it and sit with God and talk to God about it. And honestly, I pray for people that are doing that type of shit. I really pray for all y'all. I pray that you guys find your purpose in life, find your higher self. Because when I was thinking yesterday and I was like, I really want to say something on this shit, but the way I was going to come, it was going to be hella low vibrational. Like I already could foresee it. Like I was like, okay, if I say this and I go off in this type of way, I'm going to lower myself all the way down here. My mood, my vibrations, my energy, everything's going to come all the way down here just to play with y'all. Just to play back with y'all. So that's what you want. You want somebody to play with you. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to play with you, but I am going to try to motivate you and inspire you to get your ass up and go get a job. Go do something with your life. Go try to inspire the next woman, lift the next.
See, this is where y'all lose me every single time. Y'all be 2 minutes into doing something so-called positive and then ready to tell everybody else what they need to do. Girl, we're not new to this. We're true to this. Where the hell you been at the past 10 years? Honey, most of us are in our 30s as well. Early 40s, 30s. That's my audience. That's the bulk of my audience there. Girl, where you been at? The shit that you're doing now is things that you should have been doing before you even became a parent, girl. Gonna try to tell somebody, just like Chrissy, 2 minutes out of an abusive or child traumatic relationship, ready to tell somebody what they should and should not accept. Can y'all please?
Woman up instead of sitting on this internet all day stalking me. You know what I mean? It's just not giving. But I understand people want to be YouTube stars and you have to leech on to somebody to be something. So I get it. Keep doing you. I'm not here to stop you. I'm not here to go off on you. I'm not checking nobody no more. God's gonna check you. Okay, he got it. It's not up to me. I'm just saying.
Typical wannabe Christian, ready to sick God on somebody. Girl, God is not your guard dog. Cut it.
It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. But yeah. And y'all think you guys found something. Okay, cool. You think you found something. Ooh. Okay. But with that, people were trying to degrade people in the industry that they think that I'm in, which they think I'm in the beauty industry. Okay, that's fine. If that's what you think, I'm not going to confirm nor deny. I'll let everybody know when I feel like letting people know, because it's on my time. This is my channel. This is my life. I will tell people what I'm doing, how it's going, what it's like, what it tastes like, what it feels like. I'll let y'all know when I feel like it. But there was a lot of there was back and forth in my DMs and some comments. They were deleted. That beauty professionals are not what it is. That beauty professionals, that's not a real.
Okay, so whoever was saying that, yes, you are 100% wrong. I don't understand like why people pick. That is a career path. I'll leave it at that. That is a career path, and just like any other career path, some people are lucrative at it and some people are not. It's just about how hard you're willing to go, how readily you're willing to invest in yourself. Period.
Job. That's not a real thing. That's not nothing. They're trying to downplay it, of course, because they think Liv is doing it. So of course they try to downgrade everything they think I do. But I'm here to tell you. Do you know how many women in the beauty industry are getting to the bag? Nail techs, estheticians, cosmetologists, advanced esthetician. Women are getting to the bag. You know how much money is in this profession? Do you guys understand? So, like, look at this. $100. What you mean? Look at, I'm not even gonna go there with y'all. All I'm gonna say is get your ass up, make something of yourself before you ever sit on this internet and judge somebody else. That's all I'm gonna say. Because it's giving what it's not supposed to give. Okay, it's giving a lot of things. But I'm not gonna go there because I don't need to put anybody down. I just wanna motivate and inspire. And I'm going strong. I'm about to go up in my house and I'm about to do some homework. So I can score 100 on this test, even if I get a 95. As long as I'm elevating and I'm progressing up. That's the beat. Okay, we're going up, we're going higher, we're going higher. So nothing is going to distract me, deter me away from what I'm trying to do. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, you guys, because it's just crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And you know what? That's what God tells us. When we're on track and we're doing the right thing, the devil comes for us. He comes hard and he comes strong and he sends his little demons to get us. Okay, to take us off track, to distract us. Don't let it. Don't let it. Don't let it. It's not worth it. Take it from me, somebody who's wasted a lot of time on a lot of bullshit. Don't let it distract you. I mean, to me, it seems like people want to pull up. And I'm not saying pull up and fight or do nothing crazy, but it seems like y'all want to come and meet me. Y'all can pull up wherever you want to meet me. Y'all can pull up. What's up? Y'all want to meet Liv? You want me to do a meet and greet? Is that what it's giving? Liv, do a meet and greet? And I can drop the Addy and y'all can show up? Because we could do that. That's what I feel like it's giving. They want you out of your character, period, honey. And it's not ever going to get to that point ever again because nobody controls me but me. Understands?
Oh, child. I guess.
And like I said, even right now, I'm not mad. I understand. I get it. Because I always tell y'all this. If nobody understands, I understand. Because I've been there. I've done it.
Olivia Karen Johnson, girl, you be so draining sometimes with all that. This could have been a 20-minute video, girl. Maximum.
Well, honey, it is what it is. Okay, girl, go back to work. Get your money. Get your money, girl. Yoshi, get your money, honey. Shit out of Chris Rock. If it was real, who really knows? At very least, waited until the after party. No, well, if that was real, I mean, do what you do. Because I'm going to keep on doing what I do, baby. Okay? But yeah, do I want to talk about anything else? I hope you guys had a great day today. I hope you guys were productive. I hope you guys got...
Okay, girl. Uh-huh. It was nice talking with you, honey. Okay. So then she posted a little vlog situation and she was spending unnecessary money. You know how I go. Girl, hush. Spending unnecessary money. The same girl who said she lost her kids because she ain't have $400. Let's keep this in mind. I can't get over that $400 thing. And in that same time span, got up here and said that I was broke. Girl, but you told the world that you lost your kids over 400 measly bucks. Girl, that is what? 4 dick sucks. You could have sucked 4 dicks and had $400 in one night. Goodness.
I kind of look basic, honestly, but I don't know. All right, I'm gonna button this up.
Liv looks like she's slimming down, y'all. What y'all think? I thought she looked smaller. Because y'all know when she in the front, it be giving Rasputia. But sometimes when she hit certain angles, it be kind of giving... it be giving smaller. I'll just say that. Yeah, she looked like... the clothes never fit. Okay, look past the fact that the clothes are never going to fit because sis believes she's a size 18. So as long as it's a size 18 and it stretches, like, okay.
I don't know, but this is basic.
And she don't know how to dress for her body type. Sis, if you got a big stomach, you don't wear things that flow in the stomach area. It just makes it look bigger, girl. That's it, and that's all.
So I don't know what type of perfume to wear. You know what? I'm gonna go with my I'm gonna just go with my go-to.
I don't think nobody would do no bariatric surgery on somebody who just recently had a baby. I don't think she didn't have no surgery because she should have been at least 50 pounds down by now. Because when did she get it? Last week? Because if she got it a few months ago, honey should have been... Nah, I don't think she didn't have no bariatric surgery as much as she always stuffing everything down her mouth too. Every time we see her, she's eating. Very much eating.
My favorite perfume is your Blooming Bouquet. Like I said, I have to button on my shirt. So don't come for me. Yeah.
All right, girl. Okay, when we're using like real perfume, all we need is 4 squirts, sis. All that 10, 15, 20 squirts, that is for body spray only. We don't need to smell you from the next room. See, it's giving too much. It's giving your mama never taught you how to be a woman.
Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, it is my orientation today. I am a little nervous. I'm not like guys.
Not playing with you.
Excited to like get this started. Like get my school started. I'm ready. I'm focused. I'm just a little nervous, but it's okay. I know I'll be fine. And
look, I gotta give Olivia her props. Olivia's room is actually clean. Now I don't know if she cleaned it. Y'all know Stella the maid is still somewhere in the background, so I don't know if she cleaned it or the maid cleaned it. But the room is actually clean and neat and organized. Wow, sis. Okay.
And yeah, I'm not really, like I said, I'm not wearing too much makeup. I don't really want to. I'm just wearing mascara and gloss. And yeah, so I got my purse. I'm rocking my old little Coach purse again. And I'll see you guys in the car, okay? I gotta rush up out of here. All right, so I'm in the car. Okay, we gotta go. I just want to take a bite of this. My mom's so sweet. She made me a little breakfast sandwich, if you will. Okay, she put some bacon on here too. Okay, mom. It's on one of these little breakfast bagel thins. Has egg and bacon. She should put a little bit of mayonnaise, but
girl, what? Honey, it's a Caucasian breakfast sandwich. What are you talking about? Mayonnaise on a egg? Huh? Do y'all put mayonnaise on a croissant or a bagel breakfast sandwich? Lord, between the two of y'all, honey, I don't know. It's a lot of upset stomach shit going on over there. Girl, you have got to lay off them Red Bulls. You gonna mess around and have a heart attack before you 40.
I'll see you guys in a little bit. So I'm out of orientation. It was so much fun. There was a lot of like-minded women in the building. That was fun. And yeah, I learned a lot. So I start next Monday. I'm so excited. Whew, I'm so freaking excited to start. So I guess I'll tell you guys what I'm going to school for if you guys don't know already. I'm going for it's called a full specialist, and what it is it's a full, it's a nail tech and an esthetician. So I'm getting both licenses in one, pretty much.
Do those two things go together? The nail tech and esthetician? I would have thought it would be like hair and skin, and then like nails and maybe makeup or something. But okay, girl. I'm glad you found a program that works for you.
And my conclusion, I just want to say, Florida is the only state that does it that way. In other states, you have to go like take different programs. So it's pretty cool that Florida does it that way. And
oh, that's a good question. Which one of the mommies is most interesting for me to cover? I will say they've all been very interesting in a train wreck aspect. At different points in time. But I would say the most interesting is probably Chrissy. I ain't gonna lie, it's probably Chrissy, just because her lifestyle and how deep some of the issues run. A lot of the times with Jasmine and Olivia, like a lot of things we talk about is very much superficial. Like it's not all that. They've all been interesting, more interesting than others at different points in time. I'll say that. Jasmine, to me, she's the most boring to cover. I ain't gonna lie. I started off just talking about Olivia and Chrissy, and then like Jasmine, she just falls into the three mommies. So I said, well, I'll start reacting to her, but like Jasmine gives me very much snooze fest. Very much snooze fest. She's so consistent. Like, girl, you don't do anything. How can you make a video every day of you doing nothing? Absolutely nothing. Very much nothing. So I can't watch every vlog that Jasmine puts out because there's only so many times I'm gonna sit up here and talk about your ass going to the store every day and Stinkabug and back to school shopping. That's been like 5 videos now. Like, girl, I wish they would live life. Show that. Please do something with yourself. I want to, like this, I could talk about this. I would like to see her go through the progress of going to school. But other than like this very moment, they don't do shit to better themselves or show us them like living life. They are very much stagnant. That's why I say Chrissy, because even though it's in a train wreck fashion, she always got some shit. She always got some shit going on behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, around the scenes. Like, she's very much urban fiction novel. But the other two, child, if you remove the kids from the equation, it's nothing to talk about.
And yeah, I'm excited. I've always wanted to be, especially in an esthetician. Recently, in the last few years, I've gotten more into nails. Well, that's not even true. Because after I was in culinary school for the 3-4 months that I did, that's when I realized that I wanted to do nails. I wanted to do nails and skin. And I was like, I don't really like doing hair like that. Hair's cool, but I'm more of a skin and nails girl. So, yeah, guys, I did my rotation. So now it is 12:08. And I'm not even going to get into it, girl, because I've done this a million times, I know, on this channel. But pretty much my whole thought process behind it this time is healing from within, like from the outside, from the inside out. Healing from the inside out, you know what I mean? So I'm just, I'm really into this healing thing, you guys. Like this whole destination will be right here.
Okay, girl. So she goes on to spend some unnecessary money. Like, now is not really the time to get an extra hole in your face. Me, myself, personally. Because number one, I'm going to wear my damn mask, but we know Olivia doesn't give a damn about any of that. Number two, like, the people say monkeypox is on the rise. Girl, you live in Florida. I don't know what you got going. I don't want any extra fresh holes in my face. I don't want no more entryways to bacteria, viruses, germs, child rashes, whatever. I don't want it. But she decided she's going to go get another piercing.
Line it up and breathe.
Always money for bullshit.
Take a breath in. Blow it up. And keep breathing. Not too bad of it. Definitely a pinch, but not too bad. And a little pressure for the shirt real quick. Definitely funny. But not terrible.
Have you seen worse?
Yeah. When I had a buddy, we did a double swoop on one side. The first one perfectly fine. The second one immediately gushed.
Okay, girl. So Olivia has another hole in her head because that's exactly what she needed. Another hole in her head. Spending more money on shenanigans. Okay. Oh, 100%. That's why I say watching this chick, I literally have to limit her and Jack, all of them, honestly, I really have to limit because then I get to thinking. Like I said, I'm an overthinker. I'm an overthinking, and then I'm gonna flip it around and think about it some more. That's why, like, when y'all hear me react and make my commentary on the videos, I always like probably hit points that you ain't gonna hear from nobody else because of the way I process information. So by the time I finish overthinking and rethinking and flip it, reverse it, and think about it some more, I done picked up on so much toxic and traumatic shit, especially as it pertains to the kids. Like, I be drained. That's why I can't go live every day. Kudos to the people who can go live every single day, baby. I can't do it. Because sitting here talking about this stuff in real time, I'm like, yo, people really out here living like this. My goodness. Okay. Y'all know Olivia is very much Trump supporter, very much thinks everything is a conspiracy theory. She don't believe in COVID, even though she done had it 85 times. She don't want to wear a mask, even though every time we see her, she's sick and she got a little baby who could possibly get deathly ill. Like, it's so much stuff she just so-called don't believe in because that's just probably Stella. It's probably stuff that Stella instilled in her. Oh, the government, the Democrats are trying to control our minds and they want you to get vaccinated so they can put a chip in your arm and track you. Girl, I guarantee you nobody is trying to track you, girl. You are not even a little blip on the radar of society. Nobody really gives a damn, honey. She's just one of those. So she probably don't believe in monkeypox. That's the type of person she is. She don't believe. She don't believe. Okay. Anywho, let me see a couple more comments and then I'm going to move on to our little girl talk segment. And then I'm going to get up off here because I have a meeting and I'm trying not to wait to the last minute. Modern day cautionary tale. Yes, they all three of them are, honey. And just the synopsis on My Jazzy Life. Basically, she's been school shopping in increments, child. She buy a 3-prong folder on Monday, go back to the store and buy a binder on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, she'll grab a lunch box. Like, I don't know what sis over there doing. I summed my little school shopping up in 3 trips. And that wasn't even trips, child. Walmart.com. I happened to be in a neighborhood Walmart and got some stuff because the folders were 15 cents. So I just went ahead and bought about 20 of those because I like to give the stuff away for kids who are less fortunate. One of my groups, we do back to school drives. So whenever I see something cheap, I just go ahead and buy a whole bunch of it. And then, we happen to be in the mall. So I got another pair of shoes. So he got 5 pair of shoes. He got probably 15 new outfits. I didn't want to go crazy on the outfits yet because we ain't wore pants in a few months and the child has grown exponentially. So I don't know how the pants is fitting or where we need to go in as far as sizing, and it won't be cold for a long time here. So we're going to wait on that. But yeah, the back to school shopping is done, child. We got a few more weeks before school starts, but I am done. I don't know about buying a little sprinkle here, a little sprinkle there. Like, I don't have time for all of that. Okay. Do I believe in any conspiracy theories? Not that I can really think of. No, not any modern day ones. Not that I can think of. For me, reality is way more scary than any conspiracy theory somebody can come up with. Like, I'm a Black person in America, so it ain't a conspiracy that we get shot by cops and get discriminated against and all types of stuff. All of the things that are rooted in slavery, all of the trauma and different things. So really, none of that is conspiracy theory. And that's way scarier than anything, any monkeypox or any COVID anybody can come up with. So I try not to even think that route. I don't know. A haul. Do y'all find hauls interesting? Unless it's something special, I never find hauls interesting. Like, I don't give a damn what you bought from the grocery store or what you bought your kids. Like, do y'all find that interesting? Do y'all find that inspiring when the people come up here and show y'all what they bought? Especially when they were doing like the food stamp hauls. Like, I don't want to see that shit, bitch. I gotta pay for my food. I don't want to sit here and watch all this $400 worth of stuff you didn't bought with the government's money. Yes, for the uniforms. That makes it a lot easier. Okay. Y'all like clothing hauls? Okay. I can see that. Yeah, I don't mind showing the clothes. I showed some of the outfits, like the whole outfits I bought him last year. Because I like to buy a lot of jogging suits and stuff. That way when October, November hits, he'll be all prepared in that in-between season. Do y'all like grocery hauls? Anybody like grocery hauls? Because I'll be like, I don't care that you, like Jasmine, oh, we bought Great Value waffles. Nothing wrong with buying store brand. Girl, some things go without saying. Buy what you want to buy. Oh, you like to compare prices, Miss Marilyn? Okay. I can see that. I can see that part. I tell you, I can sum it up for you. High as hell. Everything right now, high as hell. Even the price of kids' clothes, high as hell. And I have a boy. I would love to have a girl because you can do some real deal shopping for girls. But as far as boys is concerned, unless you're going to put them in all Walmart, everything. And I try to diversify. I like to do name brand shoes. And then I don't mind doing the children's place and then sprinkling some Walmart for like the shorts and stuff. But child, boys are hot to shop for. Mm-hmm. Everything is high as hell. How much was that high? Oh, how much was your high? What about the bills? High. Gas, high. Food, high. Y'all, I'm starting my garden because I see the way things are going. So if you have the opportunity, even if you just grow a couple things, I would advise y'all to start y'all's garden. Start saving up your water. Get you what they call the things, a water purifier or the thing that distills the water. Go ahead and invest in that because the way things are going, honey, it's looking real end of days ish. Okay. And I would like to ride it out as far as I can. So I done started a little garden. I'm gonna see what I can do because I do not have a green thumb at all. But I'm gonna try. I'm going to try. I like hauls, but hauls that pertains to me, I watched the non-food stamp $1,000. Lord, how many children do you got, Miss Nikki? I can't imagine spending $1,000 in one trip, and I don't have space. Yes, the Berkeley water filter. They're expensive, but I heard they're well worth it. Yeah, I don't have space for $1,000 worth of food. Like when I moved into the house I live in now, I made sure to get the not even the smallest, but like an apartment size refrigerator because my family has a tendency to hoard food. So to buy a bunch of food and then just put it in the freezer for it to get freezer burnt and go bad, I was trying to prevent that. So I said, let me go ahead and get a small refrigerator freezer. And then that way I can't hoard food because I ain't got no space for it. That eliminated that. Girls are easy to shop for. Yes, I see so much cute little girl clothing. It's a girl in one of my family neighborhoods that I'll buy clothes for her because, child, her parents. That's a whole nother story. Whole nother story. But yeah, I'll buy clothes for her because I know her sizes and stuff. So when I see something, I'll go ahead and buy some cute little stuff. Berkeley, yes, grow your fruits and veggies and store dry goods. Okay. It's time to prepare, y'all. Time to prepare. Yeah, I know a lot of people that go to the store every day, but Jasmine, she go to the store too much for me. I'm like, girl, especially right now. It used to be you can go to the store just to, get your little social interaction, go out there, see what the world is giving. But people around here coughing, and now the CDC didn't relax the standards, say you ain't got a social distance no more. What you mean? Why would y'all tell people that? They already won't listening. Now y'all gonna give them a reason to be up on me in the line? Now I gotta cuss people out? No. Hey, yes. You better do something on that poll now. Start now. There's a content creator, April B. Her decor is phenomenal. Oh, wow. Like she physically built the house? I want to do DIY stuff. I want to do that so bad. But I can't even replace my bathtub faucets. I've been trying to do that for like 2 weeks and I still haven't been able to get them off. So I would love to DIY. I would love to build a house from the ground up because you know that's what the ancestors used to do, honey. They get their little materials and get to building that house. Yeah, the CDC out here playing. Okay, she remodeled it. That's what I would love to do. I would love to do that. I might try because I got nothing but time and energy at this point in time. Oh, okay. Yeah, stockpile. If you got room in the organization skills, because that's another thing that I lack. The way they sit there and put all that stuff neatly in these little plastic containers and all that. Child, I ain't got time. I don't mean no harm. And the decor, I'm lacking on that as well. Like when I move into a house, honey, we do curtains, couple family pictures, couple rugs, honey. But like the Strong Mommy Chrissy thing, she bought all new pictures and this, that, knick-knack, paddywhacks. A child, I don't be doing none of that. If you go to Home Depot, they have plants that are pre-grown. Yeah, I wanted to start from scratch. Because, you know, if it is actually getting to where I think it's going, like, I'm going to need to know how to do certain things on my own. So, and seeds are very cheap. And I heard that you can buy plants and seeds with food stamps. Like, damn. How am I missing out on all this goodness? Yes, a dehydrating thing. I think you could dehydrate stuff in the oven too if you know what you're doing, but I don't. So you should, Miss Nikki. Definitely should. Ooh, and I will watch the renovation on the rental property because yes. And I love like rental grade renovations where you put all the cheap shit down because you know somebody gonna come in and tear all your stuff up, so you'll have to do it again in the next couple of years. Those are the things I'm trying to learn. So doing like the little floating wood panel flooring and the low level countertops and neutral paints and cheap ass carpeting, like that type of stuff. I would love to learn how to do myself. I'm not all that handy. I'm trying though. I'm trying. Oh no, I'm not a vlogger. To me, you have to be a certain level of like narcissistic a little bit to think people care that much about your everyday life. And I think my life is boring. I really do. Because I look at the people that we watch and we watch them because they're train wrecks. So who the hell want to sit here and watch me like be a functional adult? I don't think nobody would see that. Yes, grandma. Yeah, my neighbors, most of them are passed away now, but the neighbors I grew up with, they used to do fig preserves and all types of stuff. Like these things, these survival tools that we probably would need at some point in the future, because one thing about history, it always repeats itself. So all the survival tools that we need, a lot of it is dying with the older generation. So it's a lot of stuff that our ancestors, sharecropping and all that, knew how to do that by the time we get to that point, ain't none of us gonna know how to do it. And our kids really ain't gonna know how to do it. Oh, that's nice. What state are you in? Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yeah, a lot of people want to really get into that. And now is the time. The housing market is about to be on the downslope. So if anybody is in the market for maybe an investment property, keep your eyes open these next 3 to 4 months. It's a coming, honey. It's a coming. All right. So now for my next segment of Girl Talk. I'm going to show y'all a little clip of a video by Leah Gordon. Shout out to Leah, one of my throwback subscribers. She has made it big. She used to watch me when I did hair videos. Way back in the gap, honey. College days. Way back in the gap. But she is doing big things. She is on 270,000 subscribers. So she used to vlog. I think she do story time, but she used to talk about her life, her upbringing, her relationship with her father, a bunch of other stuff. She's in media, but now she does Black Girl News. So let's get into this.
Intelligent. I am intelligent. I am smart. I am smart.
I am health. I am wealth. I am treasure.
According to Ashley's Facebook, she wanted her girls to be a positive role model to young girls across the world. Ashley was creating a platform for them in hopes that they could bring changes to the world. Ashley loved being their mom and made it very clear.
So this is a story about Ashley Lockhart. Ashley Lockhart, was it last week, a couple weeks ago, was taken out of the world by her children's father, her domestic partner, honey, the romantic partner, the person she chose. We're going to get into that.
Being a mother is who she always wanted to be. A couple of years ago, she addressed many concerns with her having multiple children.
Okay. And this was last year. Sis said, I will never feel guilty about having so many children. They are definitely all I ever wanted. So for those on women that have multiple children, ask yourself, do I take care of them? If the answer is no, you should focus on your own life. Oh, and it's a plus. All my children have the same father. 5 children, 1 baby daddy. She went on to have a 6th child by the same man. Can y'all keep that little post in mind, please?
Longer than a decade. The two were even said to be engaged.
And when I say she was loyal to this man, very loyal, diehard loyal, do anything for him. And I mean, they just got engaged recently.
Unfortunately, it was reported their relationship has suffered through some troubling times. Reports didn't go into detail regarding the ins and outs. Nevertheless, without sharing much detail, the assistant district attorney shared that Ashley had filed a protection order against Raymond. The DA's office also shared that Raymond was known to the police and had several prior arrests dated back to 2005, including aggravated assault. However, the assistant DA also shared that the couple were still living together. And sadly, on August 6, 2022, it was reported police found Ashley deceased in the passenger seat of their family's van. Reports had alleged she was harmed by her fiance.
This particular victim obviously did the right thing. For some reason, she was back with this man in that particular van. I don't know the circumstances of that. I don't know why that was. But sadly enough, she's not going to be here to tell us what happened.
6 little girls don't have a mom tonight. Ashley Lockhart was found dead inside a van in West Philadelphia. Her fiance, who she had a restraining order against, has been charged with her murder.
On Saturday,
Yeah. At some point in time, as women, we have got to, especially if you're a Black woman, we have got to really acknowledge the fact that there is more to life and womanhood than pushing out babies, number one, and being in a relationship, number 2.
Saturday, August 6, 2022, video footage shows Raymond walking into a convenience store before returning to a van. Reports stated that once Raymond got back into the vehicle, it appeared that he had harmed Ashley before stabbing her 18 times.
Now look how cool he moving. Look how cool he moving. And he was fully prepared to go and do exactly what he did.
Police were called to the scene just before 8:30 a.m. Saturday morning. According to reports, the crime was so horrific that when police arrived, the weapon was still attached to Ashley. Police found Ashley with multiple wounds to her body and one to her face. She was on the passenger side inside of a gold Honda Odyssey, parked on the side of the road in West Philadelphia.
She has a current PFA against the boyfriend, and now she's deceased. So we have another life lost, probably over some nonsense.
Unfortunately, when police arrived, the suspect was able to successfully flee. However, less than 1 hour after the incident, reports stated that Raymond took local transportation to use a substance before he called the police to turn himself in.
Okay. Do we get the gist of the story? Can we get into the fact that these two people have 6 children together? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6. And she just had the 6th within the past few months. Yeah, okay, says I'm not intending to shame in any form or fashion, but this is also something else you have to think of before having all these children. If something happens to you, what will become of them? And I think a lot of the times we get accountability confused with shaming. It's not about shaming, it's not about blaming, it's about awareness and accountability. You can't expect no better from these dirtball, bottom of the barrel, tired through, traumatized. A lot of these men just come from the gutter. A lot of these men had piss poor mothers, absentee fathers, or some combination of bullshit. And they are raised in bullshit and they become bullshit. So I don't expect any better of these men. What I do expect and hope for and pray for is that women will wake the fuck up and realize there is more to life. You cannot change somebody. You cannot ignore red flags and expect to have positive outcomes. This man ain't wake up on, child, go to sleep, Mr. Rogers, on Monday and wake up on Friday and decide, you know what? I'm sick of this bitch. I want to take her up out of here. It didn't happen like that. So somewhere between this oldest child and this little baby, all of which no longer have a mother, somewhere between here and here, it was time to make a decision for self-preservation. It was time to make a decision to preserve legacy, to preserve kids, to want to be here for kids. And that decision was not made. So once again, it's not about accountability. It's not about shaming. It's not about any of that. But certain decisions that we make are literally the nail in the damn coffin. Now, this young lady, she found pride in the fact that all of her kids were by the same man. But sis, look at the man. Look at the relationship. This man didn't have any type of regard for you and your life. No regard for the children's future, their life. And a lot of the times, the women be more into having a family structure than what the man is really into. The man couldn't have possibly been into having this so-called family. He didn't put a ring on it. Towards the end of life, they said they were engaged. I don't know about nobody else. I don't want to be engaged after having 6 kids by you. Why you didn't want to marry me before baby number 1? Why you didn't want to marry me after baby number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Now that we got 6 kids, now you ready to get married? I'm going to pass on it, me, myself, personally. Because now, like, it's given you're settling. No, thank you. Okay. But that's just me. We have to find worth in just being women, just existing, just doing our best. If you slip, slide, have a baby or 2 by somebody who is not the most optimal person, it is okay to stop the situation and start anew. This man was toxic, and he did not just become toxic on the day that he decided to take this woman out of the world. He is trash. They said that after he did it, he went and used a substance. So I don't know if he was what he was dibbling and dabbling in. But at a certain point in time, like, we have to choose peace and solace over so-called love that ain't even really love. Somebody knocking you up, do not correlate that with love. That's purely nut busting. That is not love. Somebody putting their hands on you, not love. Happening multiple times, not love. Embarrassing you, degrading you in front of your kids, not love. Not even choosing to marry you within the first 2, 3, 4 years, not love. None of these things are love. I hold women to a higher moral standard, a higher common sense standard. It is not a myth that women develop faster than men, and men, because of their biology, are barbaric as hell. Now, we live in a society where we expect them to, channel that barbarianism, the barbaric behaviors. We expect them to, kind of hold back on that. But by design, men are a lot more vicious. They are hunters. They are gatherers by nature. So never think that a man can't kirk out and do something crazy. But 9 times out of 10, he didn't become crazy overnight. It wasn't an isolated incident. Like, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. There are worse things than being alone. There are worse things than being a single mother. There are worse things than having to sleep alone at night. It's worse things than not having sex. There are worse things. There are worse things than having 2 baby fathers. There are worse things. And the worst of them all is being taken away from your kids and you can never come back. We got to do the healing, honey. We have to do the healing. Because what is it in the childhoods? What is it in the upbringings? What is it inside that allows a lot of us to settle? Not even for less. Just settle for nothing. This man ain't have nothing to offer this child. I guarantee you he ain't have a damn thing to offer any of these people. Not even his sorry ass hand in marriage, because he waited till 6 kids later to decide he want to get quote unquote engaged. Child, rest in peace to this beautiful young woman. Positive energy for the children who are parentless. They have neither mother nor father. Yeah, they all have the same dad, if that's any solace to anybody, but they're virtually orphans now. Let me get into the comments, y'all. Sorry. It's the praising of hood love. A man that loves you is not about to sit here and make you a 10-year freaking girlfriend, a 6-time baby mama. Like, don't be afraid to start over. And then when you're leaving somebody, the last thing on your mind should be, I don't want to be alone, or your relationship status, or who gonna want you now that you got 1, 2, 3, however many kids. That should be the last thing on your mind. Let's talk about safety. Let's talk about betterment. It's so many things that women can get into. So many schools, programs, trades, businesses, home ownership. It's so much stuff out here that can fulfill you as a human being outside of a man. And honestly, growing up in this generation, being a unmarried woman in this society, is giving more and more forever single-ish, meaning not marrying. For the simple fact, these men, because of the trauma and things that have ensued in the past couple of generations before people my age, these men raised in struggle, these men raised in poverty, these men raised by single mothers that actually think women should struggle and do everything on their own, and that's acceptable. These men who don't want to provide, who never saw anybody provide besides their mom growing up, these are not the men that you really want to have kids with, to marry, to spend your life with, to even waste your time on. So you have to find other areas of life to really fulfill yourself. If you're a mother, find fulfillment in being the best mother you can be. Find satisfaction in being educated, in owning a home, in just anything, starting a business, being the best at whatever it is that you find passion in. Because these suckers, jive turkeys out here, honey, love can wait. Okay? Love can really very much wait. The thing is, women with trauma are getting with men with trauma, not really realizing it until it's too late. Trauma makes red flags look welcoming. Yeah, and then trauma affects both genders differently. So don't assume because y'all come from the same background that a man who biologically, naturally, is way more barbaric than you, is way less nurturing and loving than you. Men have to really learn a lot of the things that we're born with. They have to learn, and they only learn that through witnessing that, and a lot of them are not witnessing that. So they have to choose healing, and a lot of men are not going to choose that. So don't assume because, well, I grew up in the same rough environment and I ain't have my daddy neither, so this will be a perfect match. No, the way that you process that trauma is probably low self-esteem and accepting any man that'll have you and laying down on your back and having all these kids from a loser versus this man probably had mommy and daddy issues, not trusting people, not being able to take no for an answer. It's all types of ways that these things manifest into the different genders, but it doesn't manifest the same. So don't assume because you're trying to heal through your trauma and you still have a heart and you're still able to be loving in these things, all of these things, that that's going to be the same experience for that person. So I love when I meet a man and he get to telling me about all his childhood, this, that, and the third. And sometimes these men spill the beans about past relationships. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm all ears. All ears. If we can get that out the way in the first couple of weeks. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been real. It's been real. Oh, I want to love him. I want to show him that the world does care about him. And I want to show him that love exists. And no. If his mama couldn't do it, child, no. Say no to the Build a Man workshop. Say no. People have to choose healing for themselves and in their own time. Okay? You cannot fix what you did not break. Nor are you responsible for it. Absolutely not. Bragging about one baby daddy and that one baby daddy. Yeah. That's sorry. Me neither. And then at a certain point in time, if you continue to find yourself in the same situation, the answer is not to keep having kids by everybody you are in a relationship with. The answer would be to stop dating, choose healing, and then once you feel like you are bettered, maybe then you can start dating. But after 2 or 3 baby daddies, honey, it's time to hang it up, flat screen. Okay? That's a lot. That is a lot. We were not crafted to do all that. That's why pregnancy lasts as long as it does. That's why it takes so long to, have a baby. Like, no, we're not crafted to do all that. Unfortunately, a lot of women don't think it will happen to them. Yeah. I'm not having 6 kids, period, married or no. Maybe if I had started in my early 20s and I was already married and in a functional relationships, maybe. And he would have had to have been a provider. Maybe. But honestly, in this generation, child, fiancés used because they don't want to get drugged for happy. Yeah, exactly. What's also sad is the men that went live before. Oh, not people offering their own children. Wow. 100%. Just because you're married doesn't mean he can't leave you, and she's probably doing all the work anyway, just like in most relationships. Yeah. Nothing is a guarantee, but I would like to see more women have the odds stacked in their favor. Like, the amount of motivation a man would have to actually go through the process of wanting to marry you, courting you, having a decent length engagement, not a 5-year engagement, waiting to reproduce with you and actually giving people the time and the energy to fall in love, and you having your eyes open, and then y'all getting married and then having children together, both decided, not just, oops, hey, I'm pregnant, we're expecting. No, none of that. Both of y'all being okay with the fact that, hey, we're doing this, that, and the third. So if we have a baby, we're married, we ready, we financially stable. Like, the odds would be stacked in your favor. But a lot of the times, like, women not even caring about that shit no more. Like, why are we doing this to ourselves? Why? If you got to force a relationship to work, if you got to hold out for 10 years just for somebody to propose to you, what? When it's a man out here who will fall in love with you within a year, y'all can be engaged by year 2, married by year 3, have your baby year 4, and he'll be in love with you and the children. Why settle? You can't change people. Yeah, sex and love for men anyway. No, not the same. Not the same. Having more than one baby father as the worst thing, for me, it's more the correlation with, like, did you learn the first time? Because when you say baby father, like, if it's an ex-husband, I don't consider that a baby father. That's your ex-husband who you got a child with. But to continue to reproduce from somebody who didn't even think enough to marry you, and for all y'all to have the same last name, all of y'all to live under one roof, who didn't make any type of commitment to you and your children, to me, it's more so like the settling, the making the same mistake more than once. It's not the fact that it's not okay to move on. It's 100% okay to move on. But are you going to do the healing? You going to do it right the second and third time? Or are you just going to continue to do the same thing over and over again? A la Chrissy, a la Jasmine, like Olivia. Are we just going to keep on doing the same thing over and over again? I don't think nobody gave somebody that message, because my message is never to sit here and have a bunch of kids by anybody, especially somebody who don't even think enough of you to make you a wife. That's never my message. And it's always an option to keep your legs closed and not continue to have kids who can't have a stable environment, let alone by somebody who's obviously a fucking lunatic. Jazz is settling with Chris because she's slow and she needs somebody to guide her. So right now it's Chris. Was Philip. Philip got locked up, so now it's Chris. Yes, please stop attaching yourself to these dirtball men with babies and thinking that shit's cute. Oh, baby daddy, I love my baby. Choose healing. Choose healing. Many men definitely don't want to seek therapy. No, because a lot of these people, they live in environments where their life is normal. That's the norm for them. So they don't see anything wrong with it. It would take somebody like me to say, oh, you got what? You got 10 kids by 8 different women. Oh, okay. I'm good, love. Most people are down there 40 before the light bulb turns on. Yeah, at that point in time, like, your best years down the drain. Jazz is embarrassed. That's why, like the other single her moms, they don't like the looks from others due to having too many kids and not married. Then stop having fucking kids. Like, what is the problem? But smiley face, we really can. That's a part of accountability. Making smart decisions, doing things the way that make logical sense. We got to go by numbers. We got to go by what historically has made sense. We got to go by common sense. We can't just, oh, well, yeah, you have to take accountability. I've had to take accountability. I don't know about nobody else. I've had to choose healing. I've had to change my mindset. I've had to grow and mature. These are things that you have to do if you want to live and function and thrive in healthy environments. If you want your children to have better than what you had, you have to do better than what your parents did. A lot of people don't want to do that. When I first started watching Chrissy, I couldn't believe that she had that many kids by all those different men. I was shocked. I don't know anyone in real life with that many baby daddies. Hell no. Who wants to deal with that many goddamn people? Jasmine has embraced having 2 baby daddies. That's why she's going to stick with Chris. Oh, if anybody should have learned, honestly, all 3 of them should have learned, but if anybody should have learned after having all them kids by pimping Phil and was left with nothing but poverty and more mouths to feed, it should have been Jasmine. But okay, girl. Like I said, she's pretty slow, so I don't expect her to really choose up. I really don't. Yeah, childbirth is not an easy task. And then to do it for somebody who don't even really give a damn about you. No, we're not taught how to vet, but at a certain point, you got to look at the man in the mirror, baby. The math is not mathing. So that's why I had to learn my own form of vetting, what works for me and what does not work for me, and not settling for any less than that. Once you pick your standards, you need to stay there. Stop saying you want a man with his own car in place and then, oh, well, I don't know. He seemed like he working on it. Well, he got the car, but not the place, so I could deal with that. No, if you said you wanted a man with X, Y, and Z, and he missing Z, don't settle for X and Y. You said what you said. You can't even trust somebody who's going to go back on their own goddamn word. Absolutely not. It will always fall on the woman to bear the brunt of the accountability. Child. Who's suffering from the decision making? The men are not the ones suffering. We're the ones dying. We're the ones left to take care of the children. So accountability, like people act like accountability is damn near a cuss word. Accountability is for you. For you not to continue to have these burdens, for you not to continue to make the same mistakes, for you not to have to live in poverty, for you not to keep nursing a broken heart. The accountability is not for the person doing the crap. It's for you. Me taking accountability for my poor decision making in the past is for me, because I don't want to go through that shit no more. That's what accountability is for. So we as a whole can do better, so we can show our kids something better. Women are the higher moral standard. We are superior in that department, morals and values. Men are guided by their dick and balls. Until they mature, probably in their 40s and damn 50s, they are very much guided by their eyeballs, their dick, and their balls. I don't expect somebody who would sit here and take out the mother of their 6 children to have accountability. That would be a dummy measure. Accountability is for us. That's the whole point. They're not the ones suffering. They'll knock you up with 5 or 6 kids. Or you'll be like Chrissy, have 9 by 7. All these men have gone on about their business. They gone. Living their life. Probably in new relationships, probably didn't have more kids, shacking up, just living a life. And she over there getting evicted every year. Not even being able to keep a car. Having to settle for Floridian stranglers because she done saddled herself down with all this baggage. Can't no real man take her seriously. Accountability is for you. It is for us. Why would a man need to be accountable for knocking somebody up and running off on the plug? He was going to do that anyway. Should they want to do better? Yeah. Are they? A man with that mindset? Probably not. Probably not. Wasn't Chrissy married to DeMarcus? Yeah, barely. Sure was. Hell no, marriage is not the answer if you haven't done the healing, because all you're going to do is marry the same loser that you were getting knocked up by. What in the world would possess Christina to marry DeMarcus? He the same man that you've been having. Rod was the same man that you've been having because you didn't do the healing. Chris is Phil all over again, minus the damn pimping. Yes, look into ourselves and be real with ourselves. Why these things happen to us, and not even us on an individual level, us as a community. Why do these things continue to happen? Why are our kids following in these same patterns? Because we're not setting a better example. I'm not about to let my child see me rotate men in and out of my house. I'm not. I don't want to raise a future homosexual because he saw his mother bringing men in and out of our house where me and my child live at, where we lay our heads, what belongs to us. You can't come live here. When we're ready, we can pick our own home to live in together, or we can come live with you. But as far as you coming to live here, no. And no real man wants to come and live with you. It's giving very much you want to raise these men. No, we're not doing that. No. A bunch of unprotected, raw sex, raw diggity, and unplanned babies. Everybody in the house got a different last name. That is embarrassing, as it should be. But the fact that we don't shame people enough anymore is the problem. Now it's normalized. Everybody want to be a baby mama, baby daddy. Nobody even considers waiting until they get married to have kids. Very rarely will you hear somebody saying that. It's the African-American generational curse. Hopefully more will join to break such, because its dysfunction only will continue to get worse. 100%. 100%. Yeah, a restraining order child, nothing. Only reason I would ever get one of those is because once I bust a cap in your ass, I want to be able to have a paper trail. That's the only reason. I would not feel safe by having one. Sure wouldn't. But when I bust this cap in your ass, I wanted to be clear that I tried to handle things the legal route. I want you to be clear on that. I tried to preserve you. I tried to spare you, and you continue to come over here with your shenanigans. That's all that is. Women have to be accountable. The responsibility of bringing life in the world ultimately falls on us. 100%. And who is left with the damn kids? When I said I'm not trying to shame somebody, it's because it's not her fault that man snapped out and did what he did. That's what I was referring to. Not referring to the fact that she made a decision and she felt superior because all 6 of her kids had the same daddy. Now that's a mess. But she's not here to defend herself. She is gone to the upper room because of that man being psychotic and her decision to be with somebody who's psychotic. Now, when I say I'm not trying to shame, I mean it's not her fault that happened to her. That's period. But as far as the kids and choosing, yeah, no, that's a mess. Yeah, we can say yay, we can say nay. Yeah, being married protects you a lot more in a lot of different situations. A lot of situations. Sure do. At the end of the day, you can meet a man, he can lie about the amount of kids he had, because 9 times out of 10, the kids is with their mama. So you ain't never really gonna find out unless he wants you to know. A woman, what Chrissy do? Lie when she first meet these men, but at some point in time, they gonna see the fact that you can go home and kid after kid after kid coming in the room trying to chat with them. And he's sitting there counting. Wait a minute, that ain't the same. Hold up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. At some point in time, they're gonna figure that out. So you the one left looking crazy. A man can lie, go on about his business, like living his best life. Look at Pimp and Phil. Pimp and Phil got 10 kids over there living, shacking up with somebody who ain't now one of his baby mamas. He got kids in foster care, kids by prostitutes, kids by slow ass IEP having child. Ain't married now nobody. Just as ugly and dusty as he want to be. Just as felonious and on the registry as he want to be. Men are not held back by these situations. Apparently, it makes them more attractive. I guess. That's right. You got to be your own protection. Nobody raised men to think with their eyes and their dick. That's just the way they are. Men are very much biologically, very much reproduction based, sexual based. That's the way they are. Just period. It's not an excuse. It's just reality. Very much reality. See, I'm not delusional. I'm not like, I know what a man wants. I understand that. So I make decisions according to what I know life to be. Like I said, until a man matures, it's given very much one of up. That's just what it is. Sorry, Heather. Yeah, a man can pack up and leave, married or not. But once we got that piece of paper, first of all, I'm not marrying somebody who don't have nothing to offer us. But we got this piece of paper. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me get my money, my kid. Oh, you die tomorrow? Okay, we're going to go ahead and put him in the pine box, and we're going to take this life insurance policy and go on about our business. My kid's going to get their Social Security. Like, ain't no DNA needed. All our things are nice sealed up in the bow. Yeah. Oh, he on life support. He brain damage. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull that plug because I wouldn't want him to live in a vegetative state. There's a lot of things that come with marriage. It's not just a piece of paper. We live in a society that's very much legality and document based. So, I mean, if people want to continue to have kids with people they're not attached to in any way, shape, or form, but besides the kids, that doesn't afford you anything, doesn't afford your kid a lot, hey, have at it. I won't be doing it again. So sorry. So sorry. Yeah. All of the baby daddies that moved on. The damn husband moved on. They won't even separate it for a good month or so. He was over there with the Mexican witch, child. If we are held accountable, then so I guess you're trying to say the men should be also. Listen, who's going to hold the men accountable? Do you see other men holding each other accountable, sis? Once again, who's doing the suffering because of the poor decision making? Are the men? They're not suffering. Who's going to hold them accountable? It's not my job to sit up here and tell a man how to be a man. The only person who's a male that I can guide is the ones that come out of my vagina. I'm not going to meet a dirtball man. Oh, you got 4 baby mamas. You should be accountable. That's not my damn job. That goes back to the Build a Man workshop. The only thing I can do is change my decision making because I don't like to suffer. I have never been poor, so I don't want to live in poverty. It doesn't look nice to me. I don't want to move every couple of months. I don't want to sign a lease. I don't want to ride the bus. I don't want to have to go downtown and, well, can y'all give me give me a card so I can feed me and my kids? I don't want to do that. I don't want to see my friends, the women in my family. I don't want nobody to go through that. So who's going to hold the men accountable? Maybe their peers should. But like I said, they're not the ones suffering. So it's not my job. We are the ones suffering. And not only the people making these stupid ass decisions, but us as women in general suffering from other women making stupid ass decisions. Because now you got people like Pimp and Phil who had all these babies by all these women. So he knows that there are women out here who gonna settle for less. So he might decide to walk up to somebody like me and try to move in with me and attack my ovaries. Because he has met so many women who didn't care enough about themselves, who didn't choose healing. So now I gotta be offended because he done came up to me with the same bullshit. Then you have such a small percentage of men who even want to do right because they don't have to. It's so many hurt, traumatized, fatherless women out here who will accept less. So why are you gonna waste your time and energy doing more when you can do less and still have a woman, still have a place to stay, still eat for free, still get free vagina? Like, why do better? Women are actually the leaders. Men are the protectors and providers. You're the leader of your household if you're married. You guide, you lead, you help make decisions. You're the voice of reason. You're probably the most intelligent. He go out there and get the bag. You take the bag. You disseminate it accordingly. You make the smart decisions. That's just what it is. Y'all can't be mad at me because of how shit is. Look around you. It is what it is. $100%. I know I don't. Child, I would have to disown mine. I'm sorry. If my son were to grow up and be a Pimp and Phil or a Chris or a Rod or any of these people, no. Holler back at me when you got your shit together because you knew better than that. You ain't never seen that growing up. I don't even know where you got that from. So when you got your stuff together, come back to mama, honey, because you're not going to be running women in and out of my house. Hey, ma, this is Sarah. Next day, hey, ma, this is... Nope. Nope. Ashley, did you know Sarah was over here yesterday? Do you know Sarah? You don't know Sarah? Oh, okay. No, we're not doing that. It's not my job to tell a man that he needs to grow the fuck up. That was his daddy's job. That was his uncle's job. That's his friend's job. That's not my job. I'm going to talk to people who I know how we're wired. I know that we are the superior. I know that we are the most intelligent, the most educated. We have the most to offer. That's who I'm going to talk to. I'm not building a man. Either he is or he ain't. I'm in my 30s. So most of the men are either my age or older than me. I'm not sitting here explaining to a man how he needs to do better. I'm not coming up here to talk to men about how they need to do better. You don't think they know that? They don't have to, though, because we don't make them do better. Once again, why is a man going to do better when he can get the same result doing the barest of minimum or less? Yes, taking accountability is the first step. Like admitting that you have an issue. Yeah, that's the first step to healing. Right. Yeah, I'm not the three mamas. If I say this because I've had to go through that thought process myself. Girl, you knew better. You already knew better. So now that we recognize that you knew better, do better. Period. They especially mean nothing when the woman keeps getting the man. Yeah. Paperwork don't mean nothing if you're going to keep welcome him over just to have him arrested again. Chrissy, the man gets locked up in January because you called the police and then gets locked up again a couple months later because he's back at the house. What? And one more time. One more again. Hey, Snapple Apple. Yeah, double standards ain't going nowhere. And I don't really consider it a double standard because, like I said, we the ones suffering. So, I mean, whatever. I'm not saying it's okay, but it's something we all face at some point, and they ain't going to change just because we don't like them. Yeah, it won't change until these dusty, do nothing, do dirty, dirty dick dogs don't have anything to choose from. Let me see if I can find that article. I read an article that something about the dating pool, y'all. That men were having less people to choose from because women get tired of putting up with the bullshit. Once we get tired of putting up with the bullshit and we do our healing, honey, they ain't gonna have no choice but to change. You'd be surprised at things men will do for the pursuit of the vagina. I don't even know where I saw that article at. Yeah, pickings. If we make pickings more slim like they are for us, for them, they won't have no choice but to change. Black women are raising these children, but mostly I see black women in these chats putting down black men. You're raising them. I think a part of that is the fact that number one, we're choosing piss poor partners, but number two, the daddy's not sticking around. So I can't be fully accountable for a child when the person I done had the damn child with gone. It's the reason why we're supposed to have two parents, a male and a female. It's the reason it takes a vagina and a penis to make a child. You need both sides. You need the nurturing. You need the protector and provider. That's the reason men and women are not wired the same. But for some reason, we in the year of 2022, honey, people have thrown all of biology and common sense and logic to the wind. So I don't think it's gonna get no better. Understood, but at some point we need to accept that as a not accept that as a reason why things are and start to demand more or better. Well, that's all I'm saying. We need to demand more or better, but you can't change somebody. You can't tell them to change. No, you demand more or better, stick to your guns, and once they don't have anybody to fuck and suck on, they will get better because that's what they're driven by. Oh, yes, marriage protects you only if you're not the breadwinner. 100%. 100%. I, in my Capricorn brain, don't know why anybody would marry a broke man or somebody who's broker than you when they're supposed to be the protector and rider, but to each their own, child. I hope you won your fight, but if I had to advise, do not marry somebody who don't make more money than you. Hell, if y'all that much in love, I highly suggest you find a way to start making less money than them. Or y'all need to move to a state to where it don't matter how much money you make. You got to do something, very much something. But I'm not marrying a man who has less than me. That logistically don't make sense. Unless I'm a millionaire and he a 100,000-aire, because when you get to talking big money, it really don't matter. But if we talking like I make 90,000 a year and he make 40, no, because when I go out to have these babies and stuff, you can't sustain us. Nope. Got 10 kids by all these different women and got time and money to go to Vegas. I won't say money because I'm sure that lady tricked off on him, but had time and nerve. Kids about to go back to school. So you mean to tell me all your kids already got all their clothes and school supplies while the people dragging Jasmine because the kids don't have all the stuff, so they think is y'all dragging Pimpin' Phil? Because he has 4 school-age children by Jasmine, and he's gallivanting in Las Vegas, honey. This man been missing in action for 4 school years. I would think that would be your first priority, sir. You need to be showing and proving to your kids that you're going to be around and be involved. That's why I said Jasmine better than me. His little ugly ass be right on child support. I don't give a damn if I ever see it or not. Bitch, you won't have it. Now, in that regard, as it pertains to these kids, hell yeah, we gonna hold them accountable. You're not about to be out here catching flights and getting fluid out. What you think this is? Absolutely not. Yeah, they're not wards of that state. They're y'all's children together. Even if the DNA might say otherwise, because y'all know it's a little situation. The people trying to figure out why Chrissy won't go ahead and put DeMarcus on them papers. Oh, you don't. Okay, we see. We see what's going on. You struggling, you getting evicted, you don't have a car, you got all this going on, and you still won't put that man on them papers? Intriguing. It's very important. That's something that we have told ourselves to make ourselves feel better about being baby mamas and baby daddies. That don't make me feel no better. If anything, that gives me something to strive for. I want my name on everything. I want all us to have the same last name. If a decision needs to be made, they shouldn't be calling your mama baby. They're going to call me. Now, if you do me right, I'm going to do right by you. You do me wrong, oh, bitch, I'm going to trip over the plug. So what we talking about? It very much matters. If it didn't matter, it wouldn't be a thing. We're not going to act like legalities and documents and doing things decent and in order in a country that's so-called Christian-based. We're not about to sit here and pretend it don't matter, because it does. It does. And let's not try to convince ourselves otherwise. Yeah, men don't check other men because, child, most men, if you dating a dog, 9 times out of 10, all his friends' dogs too. So how they gonna check each other? Every now and then you'll see a man saying, bro, you shouldn't even be treating her like that. But then if he a dog, what you doing hanging with him? You got some dog in you too. So, child, until men get mature, they not holding each other accountable. They out here living life, hitting cheeks and rinsing and repeating. I think we've all made these same mistakes because a lot of us, especially if you're Black, we're not taught this stuff growing up. I didn't learn this shit. I'm learning as I go. Now that I've mastered it, I can come up here and share my information with y'all. But a lot of this stuff I had to learn, some of it after the fact, but definitely as I go. Once I hit 25, it all started to come together. And now I know. Yeah, we all know why that is. What's the point of taking a broke motherfucker to child support? He ain't got ish. Anyway, personally, it's a waste of time for those who have broke men. I know nothing about it. I'm going to tell you why I would put a broke person on child support. Child, just in case the stimulus spins the block, just in case you decide to get married and your bitch got money, it's a multitude. He might one day when he in his 40s get it together. He's still gonna owe his kids that money. So when it hit the bank account, I want it. My kid deserves that money. Whether, you just let it sit and accumulate, put it in a savings account, buy a pair of shoes, whatever. Save it up for spending money for college, anything. My thing is, don't make it comfortable for people to be deadbeats. That's my biggest thing. But Chrissy don't have no problem with receiving child support or putting men on child support. So why all of a sudden now they come to DeMarcus, we don't want to go take the Dana? Questions that need answers. For the people that think marriage isn't important, how well has the alternative been working out as a community? Child, I answer that. Nathan knew it's done nothing for us but hurt us, hurt our children, hurt the future generation. That's why. That's it. When I meet a man, he says he has children, but he has not seen them in years because of the baby mom. Boy, if you don't get your lying ass from over here, they can't wait to call a woman bitter. Can't wait to call a woman bitter. Oh, because I don't want to be with her. She won't let me see my kids. What you mean, let you? Do you think it's anybody on earth that can stop me from seeing my child that I created? These men know they don't have their ducks in a row. They know they ain't living right. They ain't doing what they're supposed to do. So now it's, oh, she bitter. She won't let me see my kids. Get the hell out of here. Dusty. That's a damn dusty thing to say. If he's legally her husband, he don't have to take a DNA test. When did that change? I want to say, I guess it depends on, first of all, where you got married and where you live at. I want to say if the man has questions and he requests the test, that he can go ahead and get one. I want to say, I don't know. I think it differs state by state. But yeah, I think she knows that the test will be requested. Yes. Yes. Sometimes it'll pay off. Now, some dusty, broke motherfuckers gonna stay dusty and broke till the day they die, child. Till they have to start a GoFundMe to bury their ass. But sometimes it'll pay off. See, Live, Laugh, Love said, I took mine to child support and I got his lawsuit money, stimulus checks, and he works now and I get the child support. Daughter is grown and she gonna have money towards her first house. Hello? It's the kids' money. That's why when I hear people say, oh, nah, I ain't gonna put them on child support. That's not for you, though. It's not for you. It's for the kid. How you gonna decide for me that I can't have my money? Yes, Miss Marilyn. Hello, we got child support success stories here. Hello. Yes, my ex-husband grandmother passed and left him an inheritance. I got an attorney and got it all. Hallelujah. Shamala. Okay. These people are getting their money. You never know. You never know. Personally, my father, he won't... Child, he was out here doing him when I was little. At this stage of development, he's doing big things. He's a six-figure you-know-what now. So you never know. You just never know. And as long as they're accumulating those sums, your kids gonna get that money whenever the people can get the money from them. So at no point in time can you have too much money. Okay? At no point in time can your kids have too much money. Like sis said, the baby is getting that money for a house. Okay? So at no point in time do we not need that money. We're going to always need that money. Oh, okay. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Learn something new every day, child. Miss Marilyn says she snatched the inheritance. Granny thought, oh, Granny, you thought. Rest your soul, but you thought. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm about to wrap this thing up. I got a virtual meeting in 15 minutes. Got to get up off here. But yes, I'm loving the stories. I'm loving the girl talk. We must do this more often, honey. Oh, yeah. Apply for that state assistance and see if them people don't open up a case on your behalf. Okay, the government said, oh, no, you got a baby daddy out here and he is alive. Oh, okay, but you want us to raise your kids, but you don't want to put the baby daddy on child support? Don't work like that. We're going to find him. We're going to find him. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me hop off here. Thank you for rocking with your girl. Please hit the like button on the way out. Please send positive energy to those 6 beautiful young ladies. She had the most gorgeous children, and they all look alike. All look alike. Send up positive energy for those 6 babies that don't have a mother or a father, and hope that they can continue on a positive path and break generational curses.